Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Last time we finished, actually, because it took 2 episodes. Jeez, wasn't expecting that. We finished exploring Route 132, 133, and 134, and today we're going to be doing some special things, aren't we? Yes, we have some legendary Pokemon to start hunting down, and to get them, we're going to need the help of our friend Wailord here, and also Relicanth. Now, ages ago when we encountered these Pokemon first, I said they were worth picking up. If you're not going for a completed Pokedex, then you're going to want them anyway, just because you will need them to track down some legendaries. And that is what we are going to be doing today. So we're going to fly to Route 133, and we will make our way to a little small patch where you can dive down. So I've memorized the route quite well, so I should be able to get there easy peasy, squeezy lemons. Alright, so we surf along the western side here of the route sign, walk along where these 3 trainers are, ignore them completely, and just surf along here. And it's a good thing we have Wailord, because Wailord and Relicanth actually can both learn Surf and Dive. Anyway, we'll land on this little island, which will take us to Route 134. And then if we surf from this middle section here, the currents will take us into this very still, creepy looking patch of water. So what say we dive down here? Well, we're going to anyway, even if you don't want to. Okay, so down here, there are no wild Pokemon, just this passageway that leads to our destination. Okay, and we're going to come across something which, if you played Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald before, you'll be familiar with this. And that is the concept of Braille translation. So if we read this wall here, which for some reason, just saying, the wall has like 3 lines on it, but they all look the same. If you read it, it's only got 1 line on it. This says, go up here, I think, with a full stop at the end. So if we surface here, we will arrive in the sealed chamber. Now, this first room is actually just a reference. This actually is the entire alphabet, just in Braille form. So if you don't know it, you can write it all down. I have no idea how you're meant to know which rock represents which letters, because there's like loads of them. There's 28 characters in total. I guess that's just yeah, I think that's a full stop, and I think this one's a comma. But yeah, I have no idea how you're meant to read these rocks. However, this wall at the back, if we read it, translates into dig here. So we are going to have to teach one of our Pokemon dig. I think what I'm going to do is just teach it to Faragon, because Faragon knows Roost, and we've got the TM for Roost just above it there, so this should be fine. So I'll just get rid of Roost for dig. There we go, Faragon, thank you very much. Okay, there we go. Now if we do as the wall instructs, so weird, I'm taking instructions from a wall. Go to Faragon and use dig. We will see the wall cave in. Let's go in. Now this room here is really cool. It tells the backstory of the legendary Pokemon which we will be hunting down, as well as the people that, well, you know what, I'm just going to read the translation to you. Long did we live here in this cave, all thanks to the powerful Pokemon living alongside us, yet we sealed that Pokemon away, alone in the dark. We feared it. If you have the courage, if you still hold to hope, open the door, for beyond it, the eternal Pokemon waits. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Anyway, this bit of text here reads, first comes Relicanth, then comes Wailord. Or sorry, last comes Wailord. So, if we put our party together in the order which it instructed us to, first comes Relicanth, last comes Wailord, and check the wall again. It sounded as if doors opened somewhere far away. Now, unfortunately, we can't escape out of here with like an escape rope because the entrance was underground. But yes, those 3 very distinct clicks, or thuds, indicate that 3 tombs have now been opened, and as such, 3 legendary Pokemon are awaiting for us to catch them. So I guess what I'm going to do is meet you guys in Pacifidlog Town, where I will switch our team out. No, not Pacifidlog, Legendary Town, where I'll switch our team out just briefly so we can start catching these Pokemon. Alright, Relicanth, thank you very much, you were a very big help. And thank you very much, Wailord, you were a help too. We are going to need Milabellis for Surf, and we're also going to need Breloom, or, you know, Elastigirl, for her Pokemon catching potential. So, this is going to be our team here. We're going to lead with Stampy, because I don't know how well this is going to go. Maybe leading with Stampy isn't such a great idea. Anyway, we're going to head east here, not west. Jump down these. Actually, we're not going to jump down this one. I probably took longer there walking around than I could have jumped down. To Route 112, then on to Route 111, and head into the desert, because that is going to be where our first tomb is. Now, we've seen these rock formations around before, but we couldn't do anything with them. I'm going to put on a repel, just because I know it's going to run off, or stop working, so... Well, I know I'm going to encounter wild Pokemon, and I don't want to. So, down in the south of Route 111, or in the desert, we will see this rock formation with 6 stones outside it. And of course, now that we've unlocked it, we can go inside. And in each of these, you have specific puzzles relating to Braille once again. So this one says right, right, down, down, then use your strength. So use the D-pad, right, right, down, down. I thought I was still wearing the Go goggles then, but never mind. I don't actually have a Pokemon with strength on me. But I believe, yeah, I can just teach it to Boomandak. So let's teach it to our Shelgon here. And I've realised that there's like a route and a half where I haven't actually done all of the trainer battles on them yet. I think they're like middle level 20s. So maybe I can actually use Shelgon to level up there. Whether or not I show that or not, I do not know. But let us use strength and see what happens. The screen blacks out and the wall caves in. And in here, we will have the first of the 3 Legendary Titans. And of course, before any interactive battle, you want to save before going in, just in case you mess up and kill the Pokemon. But here we go, we have... one of the coolest battle themes, in my opinion, in Pokemon history. Here we have Regirock, the first Legendary Titan. Level 40 with the moves Bulldoze, Curse, Ancient Power, and Iron Defense. A pure rock type with an insane 200 base defense stat. One of the highest defenses in the game. Regirock functions incredibly well as a physical wall, especially on a Sandstorm team. Its hit points are alright, in fact actually higher than Steelix and Shuckle, who have equal and higher defenses, but it's brutally slow. Believe it or not, with 100 attack it can hit decently well, and with stat boosting and I guess decreasing moves, as we can see here, you can see that it can actually build up quite a solid defense against even like some pretty strong Pokemon. Camerupt did incredibly well there to get it down into the red. I'm hoping that I can pull off a Spore and maybe one false swipe before it goes to, or before it wakes up. Well, obviously Spore will send it to sleep. We should definitely be faster than it. We need to watch out for Bulldoze because that can slow us down and we don't want that. However, sending it to sleep, using false swipe probably isn't going to do a lot of damage, mainly because it's a rock type, it's going to resist false swipe, it's got ridiculously high defense, and it's also boosted its defense quite a bit. But I'm fairly confident with the fact that we've got it down to 1 hit point there. Now, my strategy for catching the Legendary Titans is going to be with Timer Balls. Basically because since Generation... Wait, was that a critical capture? No, it wasn't. Never mind. That would be crazy if I caught 2 Legendary Pokemon. Am I going to catch it with the first one? Oh my goodness. Oh, first Timer Ball for Regirock. Oh, that is crazy. Oh my goodness, that wasn't even a critical capture, and it wasn't even when Timer Balls were most effective. Oh wow. Regirock's body is composed entirely of rocks. Recently, a study made the startling discovery that the rocks were all unearthed from different locations. Am I going to give it a nickname to it? You sure bet I will. I think I'm going to call it Regirock, but change the G to a J because that's its Japanese spelling, and then just remove the K because why not? I will explain why I'm using a timer ball as we head to the next Reggie. In fact, I'm going to do that now because we've got to head to it anyway. So yeah, timer balls, they may not be, basically since the change in Generation 5, the timer balls now hit like maximum efficiency after just 10 turns, which is crazy good. We're gonna fly actually to Dewford Town and heal up. So yeah, in previous games you had to get to what was it, 40 turns for it to hit a 4 times multiplier. However, yeah, since Generation 5, once you hit 10 turns and higher, it's a 4 times multiplier, which is pretty darn good. I have to admit, I was not expecting to catch it first ball. That was insane. Yeah, very happy with that. The rest of the Reggies, I promise you, will be more difficult now that I've just done that. Like, there's no way they're going to let me off lightly. We will use another repel. Okay, so from here, we're going to be heading north of Dewford Town. Like I said, I actually haven't explored this route yet, and the route north of it as well, Route 106 and Route 107, I think. So I might run into some wild battles. Oh, Route 105. If I do run into wild battles, I'll try not to. Oh, no, you're going back this way. Go away. Okay, so we know which way he swims, so we can swim around him now and head north. Okay, and here we have another one. We have the Island Cave. Now, if we read the braille at the back, it says, "Stop and wait unmoving as time passes you by twice." So we're going to sit here for 2 minutes and wait for the door to open up. And there we go. Okay, now if we enter, we have Titan number 2. Again, save, just in case you mess up. And I want to swap my team around. Actually, yeah, I definitely don't want Camerupt being at the front. But I guess Earth Power might work. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. I'm going to send out Milabellus first. And here we have... Regice, or Regice, depends how you want to pronounce it, the special version of the Legendary Titans. Again, level 40, this time with the moves Bulldoze, Curse, Ancient Power, and Amnesia, much like Regirock, except a lot less versatile defensively thanks to the physical special split from Generation 4, and being a pure Ice type, the worst defensive type. However, it is a very good special wall. It's just a shame that its weaknesses can be exploited quite easily. Like, for example, we just used 2 surfs there. It doesn't, like, resist surf, and did quite well there. So let's switch into Breloom once again. Elastigirl, our legendary catcher. And we're going to use the exact same tactic. It's only been 3 turns. This will count as the 3rd because I switched. Spore will be... Oh, wow. Curse is really going to bolster its defense. It doesn't have a great defense. But it, well, okay, it has good defense. I think 100 defense, if I remember correctly. So it's by no means bad, but it just means that with, you know, 2 defensive stat boosts it just got, False Swipe probably isn't going to do a lot of damage here. Although we do out-level it quite a bit. That was enough damage, and it was a critical hit. So I believe that is 6 turns. So let's give the old timer ball another whiz. It's probably not going to work. This will be turn number 7. And it's probably going to pop out straight away. Yep, how about that? So, you know the way this goes. Basically going to dodge attacks. I'm going to keep throwing balls. Going to keep setting it to sleep to get the best catch rate possible. Because you can paralyze it or poison it, I guess, if you really want to. Or burn it to get a 50% catch rate boost. Which the benefits of doing that is that you only have to do it once and they stay paralyzed for the entire battle. However, I much prefer just sending them to sleep. Freezing, you can freeze them, but they will thaw out. And also, it's not as oops, oh no, it's still asleep. That's fine. It's also not as convenient to try and freeze someone. Spore is a 100% accuracy move, always sends them to sleep, and if I keep on talking, then chances are, oh, nearly caught it. Okay, didn't wake up, that's surprising. yeah, so I do prefer sleeping. Sure, they can wake up after a couple turns, but it's fine, you just send them back to sleep again. If you have a high enough level Pokemon, you get the best catch rate out of sending them to sleep, so definitely worth doing, in my opinion. It's how I've always caught legendary Pokemon, and yeah, it's how I've got such a vast legendary collection. Anyway, we are well past the 10 turn catch rate bonus multiplier for the Timer Ball. Like I said, I'm going to cut out here and cut back in when I catch this thing. Shouldn't take me too long. I've just jinxed it. Watch us catch it in this ball. Come on. Let's do it. I believe. Critical capture would be nice. You're just going to pop out. Okay, I'm going to cut back to when I catch it. Be right back. And there we have it. I did actually have to reset just because I ran out of Timer Balls and I want them all to be in Timer Balls. But the second try, it was fine. It went perfectly well. How about that? Not too shabby at all. The Iceberg Pokemon, Regice. Regice cloaks itself with frigid air of minus 328 degrees Fahrenheit. Things will freeze solid just by going near this Pokemon. Its icy body is so cold it will not melt even if it is immersed in magma. And just like Regirock, I will be Regisicle. Does that make sense? Regisicle? Regisicle. It should be Regisicle. Regisicle. Regisicle, I guess. It kind of makes sense. Okay, and that leaves one last Titan to go and collect. However, before then, I need to go stock up on Timer Balls, so I will be right back with you guys. And finally today, we're going to fly to Route 121, just because this is the quickest way to get to this last Titan. And all we're going to do is head west of here, into Route 120, I guess? Or 122? No, Route 120, that's fine. I got it right the first time. Look at me, counting backwards in numbers, like a boss. Alright, let's head west here further and go up the steps, because we've already seen this area. Island Cave we hadn't seen, this one we have, and the Desert Tomb, or sorry, the Desert Ruins we'd seen before. But this one, here we go. Again, the exact same rock formation, probably one of my favourites. I like how it zooms in as well, it's pretty neat. Okay, and here in the Ancient Tomb, it says, stand center, aim to the sky with love and hope and time. I have no idea why it mentions love, hope and time, but if we stand in the middle, which I believe is on the corner of this little steel looking thing, and use the move fly, Faragon's wings will bust down this wall. And we have the final Legendary Titan. Is it the final one though? We have the third, and I guess final Legendary Titan. Again, you're going to want to save, because in case you mess up, you're going to want to reset. And let's creep up on it. Registeel, the combination of the two previous Titans. Level 40 of course, but with the moves Curse, Ancient Power, Iron Defense and Amnesia. Both its attacks and defenses have been averaged, giving it the same total as the other two. However, thanks to being a Steel type, I think that this is the best wall out of the three Titans. Honestly, it's not great for attacking, but you do have options to run a mixed set with either Iron Head or Flash Cannon depending on your team's needs. Personally, I think Registeel is my favourite, if not just for its cry. It's just so funny. Anyway, we got it down quite easily to red health, in fact, very nearly by the looks of it, 1 hit point. So, go get him, Elastigirl, you know the drill. It's going to use Iron Defense, which is fine, because I know, again, False Swipe isn't going to hit it too hard. Well, obviously it's always going to leave it with a hit point, but yeah, False Swipe, ooh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, I do love having, Registeel personally is my favourite. Its cry is amazing. Its typing, you know, Steel type's one of my favourite type of Pokemon, especially because they are so physically beastly, you know. They just rock so many different immunities and resistances. Okay, it's asleep. This is like turn 5 or 6. I'm just going to go in with a Timer Ball. I've got 43 of them now, so hopefully I shouldn't run out. And is it going to be the first one? No. Actually, on my second attempt of trying to catch Regice, The first ball I threw shook 3 times. I thought it was going to be it, but it wasn't. I was very depressed. So the good thing about these Reggie Pokemon is they don't have too high attack, so they are actually quite easy to catch. And obviously, like, because of their high defenses, their hit points get whittled down little by little, unless obviously you use super effective moves. An interesting fact about the Reggies is even that they're all 3 different types, Regirock being pure rock type, Regice being pure ice type, and Registeel being pure steel type, they all share a common weakness to fighting type. So there you go. If your Pokemon are a little bit lower leveled, say level 40, and you want to hit them with some fighting type moves, could be a good way to go to whittling them down a bit easier. Obviously my Pokemon are a bit high level because I've been trying to boost them up to level 60 for the Elite Four. But that's why I didn't want to risk doing any super effective damage. Like I said, obviously these Pokemon are really beefy because of their defenses. But you want to just be careful, because obviously if you take them out, I think you have to wait until you've beaten the Elite Four, beaten the champion again, before you get a chance, before they like respawn. Obviously, if you do catch them, they're not going to respawn. You can't catch infinite of these. There is only one. They just disappear if you defeat them. And is it going to catch? Yes! There we go. Yeah, they disappear if you catch them, but I think they return if you defeat the Elite Four. I can't remember. Okay, Milobellus up to level 61. Jeez. Zingaroo to level 53. Also, jeez. Registeel's data was added to the Pokedex. Okay. The Iron Pokemon. Registeel was imprisoned by people in ancient times. The metal composing its body is thought to be a curious substance that is not of this earth. And of course, I'm going to be calling it Regiron. How about that? That's how I nickname my Pokemon. Okay, a very productive episode indeed. 3 more Pokemon added to our Living Hoenn, putting us up to 201 out of 211, if I do believe I've got that right. For now, I think what I'm going to do is fly back to Pacifidlog Town, just because I think that's where we're going to have to go. I don't know, I'm going to have to fly to a different route next episode anyway, and head into the Pokemon Center and arrange them in the Hoenn, because I am so glad that we managed to get all those. It wasn't even that difficult. Maybe this episode has taken me maybe like 40 minutes to do. Don't know how long it's going to be, but we have Regirock there, obviously the first being, oh wait, 3, I've got a feeling it's like there. I may be wrong, but I'm usually wrong. Where art thou, other Reggies? Registeel. Obviously I'll probably move them if these are in the wrong place. I'm just going from memory. Regice, where are you, buddy? No, not there. Not there. Am I blind? I must be blind. There he is. In camera up space. Alright, there we go. 3 Reggie Pokemon. How about that? Look, I mean, just look at that. 177 defense for level 40. 181 special defense for level 40. And then, yeah, pretty damn crazy. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I, of course, will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.